Stars, they're just like us. But are they, really? Sure, they eat, sleep, and fall in and out of love like the rest of us. And, by all accounts, perhaps Tom Cruise notwithstanding, we all appear to be aging in the same direction. But just because Britney Spears buys her own Grand Lat on occasion, Ben Affleck will melt into the crowd of a Red Sox game, and Taylor Swift hits boutique exercise classes doesn't necessarily mean that they're anything like the rest of us. For more ways to live your best life, check out these amazing summer buys. Case in point. Have you ever gotten in a bidding war with Nicolas Cage and Leonardo DiCaprio for some Mongolian dinosaur bones? Or wanted to wear your lover's blood in a vial around your neck as a sign of your devotion? What about spending $1,168,000 annually on just your hair? If the answer's no, then guess what? You're not like the stars for all of the quirky and downright zany ways that celebrities distinguish themselves from normal people. Number 1. They believe in leprechauns. I believe in all of these Irish myths, like leprechauns, Megan Fox said in an interview with Esquire. Not the pot of gold, not the Lucky Charms leprechauns. But maybe was there something in the traditional sense? I believe that this stuff came from somewhere other than people's imaginations. Number 2. They hire people to remove the cardboard sleeve from their coffee. I hate the sleeve on a Starbucks cup, Kim Kardashian once admitted on her website, as spotted by Stylecaster. I leave the room for someone to take it off for me, because I cringe from the sound. It's like nails on a chalkboard for me. I hate cardboard. Number 3. They get into bidding wars over dinosaur skulls. Who wants a Mongolian dinosaur skull more, Nicolas Cage or Leonardo DiCaprio? Turns out, it's Cage, who, according to Vanity Fair, bested the revenant star in a bidding war for the privilege of paying $276,000 for the world's most expensive paperweight. Take that, Leo. Number 4. They feed their babies like birds. On her health food site TheckenLife.com, Clueless star Alicia Silverstone posted a video of the surprising way she feeds her son, Bear. I fed Bear the mochi and a tiny bit of veggies from the soup. From my mouth to his, she wrote. It's his favorite. And mine. To be fair, some have claimed that pre-chewing food for an infant has health benefits, like boosting a baby's immune system, and is the norm in many non-Western cultures. Number 5. They own solid gold bathtubs. Among other outrageously poor money decisions too numerous to reveal here, Mike Tyson once reportedly dropped an estimated $2.2 million on a 24-karat gold bathtub for his mansion in Ohio. Number 6. They give each other tickets to outer space. For Russell Brand's 35th birthday, in 2010, his then-girlfriend Katy Perry bought him a $200,000 ticket on Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson's suborbital spaceflight. We were very excited to have him on board, a rep for the company told E! News. Unfortunate for both of them, Virgin Galactic is still in test flight mode years later. Number 7. They buy their children entire rooms of candy. We're not talking about a standard playroom, where kids can keep their toys and games. We mean a room devoted exclusively to candy. That's what Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon created for their twins, a room that physically contains every type of candy they could possibly want, from gigantic lollipops to their very own cotton candy maker. Number 8. They have ghost detecting machines. Lady Gaga is afraid of some ghosts. Specifically, a ghost named Ryan, that she's pretty sure is haunting her. So she spent a whopping $50,000 on an electromagnetic field meter designed to detect poltergeists. Number 9. They have a fly species named after them. The Grammys weren't enough for Beyonce, who now gets an insect named after her. It happened in 2012, when researchers in northern Queensland, Australia, discovered a new species of horsefly. So they named it Scaptia beyoncea, apparently because of the golden hairs on the fly's abdomen. Researchers even claimed that the rare horsefly is the all-time diva of flies. Number 10. They rent out entire theaters to watch a movie. As rapper and actor Ludacris admitted in a 2016 Instagram post, sometimes you have to rent the entire movie theater out for your fam and babies to yell and disrupt the movie in peace. Sure, knock yourself out. It's like how we leave a jacket on the chair next to us in the movie theater, so nobody sits down and… Okay, never mind, it's not. Number 11. They wear necklaces filled with each other's blood. When Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton were still a couple, there were rumors of their vampiric tendencies. And recently Thornton confirmed it, explaining that Jolie thought it would be interesting and romantic if we took a little razor blade and sliced our fingers, smeared a little blood on these lockets, and you wear it around your neck just like you wear your son or daughter's baby hair in one. Number 12. Their dogs have mini mansions. Socialite Paris Hilton thinks her dog should sleep in luxury, so in 2009, as reported in Curbed, she spent $325,000 for a 2-story, 300 square feet villa. It's got a black crystal chandelier, designer furniture, and a balcony. Yes, a balcony. For when they want to do their all-barking version of the Evita song Don't Cry for Me Argentina. Number 13. They have their own fire department. George Lucas owns his own fire truck and employs 14 full-time firefighters. But hey, if you created Star Wars, we guess it's okay to buy anything you want. Number 14. They'll buy plane tickets for their hats. When U2 lead singer and activist Bono arrived in Italy for a charity concert in 2003 and realized he left his favorite hat, a black trilby, back in London, he did what any reasonable person would do. He did the concert without the hat. No, just kidding. According to a profile in The Telegraph, he paid $1,200 for the hat to be flown to him on a first-class seat on British Airways. Because obviously Bono's hat needs more legroom than you. Number 15. They think an octopus and 2 cobras sound like great pets. Is there anything we could add to make this sound more ridiculous? Yes, as CNBC reported, Nicolas Cage dropped a cool $150,000 on a pet octopus. He also reportedly owned 2 albino king cobra snakes as pets. He also bought an antidote, since king cobras are an especially venomous species of snake, and he didn't want to die immediately if he ever got bit. He eventually gave them to a zoo. Number 16. Their bodies are haunted. Pop singer Kesha claimed she was very serious when explaining her haunted body to talk show host Jimmy Kimmel in 2013. It's a problem, she explained. I was told I had dead people in me, so I called my hypnotherapist. So then she said she had to exorcise my body. And then I got a ghost meter to read it, just beeped at my privates. Number 17. They insure their body parts. Photo by Dan McMegan. Getty Images. Rihanna's legs are both insured for an alleged $1 million. But that's nothing compared to Julia Roberts' smile, which is reportedly insured for a staggering $30 million. Also, Dolly Parton's breasts are insured for $600,000, while Kylie Minogue's butt is insured for $5 million. Number 18. They tailor their diets to their bodily smells. The late Apple co-founder Steve Jobs wasn't just a vegan, he was a vegan who thought his diet gave him superpowers. As revealed in Steve Jobs, the landmark biography by Walter Isaacson, Jobs believed that eating only vegetables and grains flushed his body of mucus, which meant he didn't have body odor. Number 19. They spend a lot of money on humidifiers. You can buy a basic humidifier for around $20. But pop diva Celine Dion insisted on getting one that cost $2 million. That's a $1,999,980 markup. Sure, she made the investment while in Las Vegas during a 3-year residency, and she definitely needed to protect her vocal cords from the dry desert air. But there's no reason a device that puts moisture in the air should cost more than a Manhattan condo. Number 20. They think the Illuminati is trying to kill them. Randy Quaid, who you may recognize from movies like Independence Day and National Lampoon's Vacation, has reason to believe that star whackers working for the underground organization the Illuminati have been offing celebrities like Heath Ledger and David Carradine, and he's next on their hit list. They follow us, they tail us, they tag our cell phone, they hack our computer, Quaid once insisted. Why do they want him dead? In order to gain control of my royalties, he said. Number 21. They buy entire towns. Why buy just one house when you can own the entire town? That was Kim Basinger's reasoning in 1989, when, as originally reported in the New York Times, she decided to spend $20 million cash to buy Braselton, Georgia, a 2,000-acre town with around 7,500 residents. Her original idea was to make it a tourist destination, with movie studios and a film festival. But just 5 years later, she let it go for just $1 million. Number 22. They fill their private jets with gold. It's no big secret that Donald Trump likes gold, but you should get a load of the interior of his Boeing 757. As seen in this Business Insider Deep Look, it's got 24-karat gold-plated seatbelts, a gold-plated shower and sink, and a master bedroom with gold silk-lined walls. Number 23. They believe their deceased family members visit them to pass out coins. My grandfather leaves quarters, Oscar-winning actress Emma Stone once told David Letterman, also mentioning that her grandfather has been deceased for years. It's him, it's absolutely him. It's such a long story that you'd have to go to commercial 5 times and roll to a clip, and then come back, and I'd still be telling the story. But it's him, you guys, it's him, we'll just take your word for it, Emma. Number 24. They tried and failed to catch the Loch Ness Monster. You can't blame a guy for trying, right? Well, maybe you can a little. Charlie Sheen was positive he could finally catch the elusive Scottish legend using only a leg of lamb and a large hook. Something happened, he told Jay Leno on The Tonight Show. There was an event at the top of the water that was crazy. It didn't lead to a capture, however, but Sheen still believes in the beast. Why not? If people talk about something for, like, 200 years, it's got to be there, right? Number 25. They believe they can control time. Willow Smith, the daughter of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, announced during an interview with The New York Times Magazine, without even a trace of irony, that she can make time go slow or fast, however I please. That's how I know it doesn't exist. Number 26. They buy their own sonogram machines. Sure, they have hospitals with sonogram machines, and they're more than happy to let you look at your baby. But that wasn't enough for Tom Cruise. When his future wife Katie Holmes was pregnant, he spent $200,000 on a sonogram machine so he could watch Suri in the womb every day. Do you know how kids are? If you aren't constantly keeping an eye on them, they'll just take off running. Number 27. They love their soulmates because they, too, have been abducted by aliens. How did the Nanny star Fran Drescher know that Bo Peter Mark Jacobson was the one? Well, obviously, they both had scars from when they were abducted by aliens and implanted with electronic tracking chips. I think that somehow we were programmed to meet, she claimed in an interview. It's the exact same scar on the exact same spot. Number 28. They spend millions on their hair. How much would you guess Rihanna spends every year on making sure her hair is super pretty? If you guessed more than 4 years at Harvard, you would be totally right. The exact annual price tag is $1,168,000 according to sources close to the pop star. Number 29. They get angry when their paramour publishes sexy photos of them in a best-selling book and don't ask permission. Robert Van Winkle, or Vanilla Ico as he was once known, had a brief relationship with pop superstar Madonna, which ended in 1992 when he flipped through a copy of her newly published book Sex and recognized his own backside. I was hurt to be an unwitting part of this package, he said, claiming the book was disgusting and cheap. Sure, but $120 for a coffee table book? That's anything but cheap. Number 30. They think their creativity can be stolen sexually. Oh, Lady Gaga. I'm quite celibate now, she once revealed in a Vanity Fair cover story. I have this weird thing that if I sleep with someone they're going to take my creativity from me. Number 31. They started their own band that only does songs about pizza. It's tough to be an actor with rock star ambitions. Macaulay Culkin just wanted to be in a band without people criticizing him, saying, "Hey, isn't that the kid from Home Alone?" Or why are they only singing Velvet Underground parodies about pizza? This is weird. Number 32. They see a taxidermied pony and think, I need that. Actress Amanda Seyfried didn't go to Britain looking for a taxidermied miniature horse named Antoine. She was there for the British premiere of her movie Red Riding Hood. But she wandered into a taxidermist and saw the dead miniature horse, which was indeed named Antoine, and said, I'll take it. The horse was shipped back to the States to live with Seyfried's other companion, an Australian shepherd named Finn. It's going to be Finn's new best friend, she said. Unless he tries. Number 33. They think people being mean is a war crime. Nobody likes internet trolls. But Gwyneth Paltrow's feelings on the subject are probably a little more intense than yours. When people write unkind things about her and her family online, it's almost like how in war, you go through this bloody, dehumanizing thing, she said. Number 34. They're willing to pay people for very strange things. You don't become a successful rapper like Waka Flocka Flame by doing all your own grunt work. So in 2014, he put out an ad for a personal blunt roller, offering an annual salary of $50,000 for basically just rolling joints for flame. Number 35. They own the Rosebud sled from Citizen Kane. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the Orson Welles classic yet, but the Rosebud in Citizen Kane was the sled. It sure did look like that sled was burned at the end of the movie, but not so fast. It's actually owned by filmmaking icon Steven Spielberg, who, as reported by the Washington Post, dropped $55,000 to own this amazing piece of movie memorabilia. Number 36. They run diamond mines. Do you get some extra cash, like global R&B sensation Akon, and you want to invest it somewhere? Why not a diamond mine in South Africa? Akon hasn't explained much about his mine, other than that it's complicated, but there's got to be an easier way to get some bling. Number 37. They believe that hip-hop is controlled by a gay mafia. The hip-hop community is most likely owned by gay, to be honest with you, Fat Joe once said. They're owned by gay. If you're confused why he's using gay as a noun, he elaborated. I happen to think there's a gay mafia in hip-hop. Not rappers. You know, the editorial presidents of magazines, the PDs at radio stations, the people who give you awards at award shows. This is a gay mafia, my man. Number 38. They take driving lessons from Paul Newman. When a 15-year-old Jake Gyllenhaal was ready to learn how to drive, there was only one person for the job. Family friend and Cool Hand Luke star Paul Newman. So who taught you how to drive? Number 39. They've slept with ghosts. Some sort of spirit came down from God, knows where, and made love to me, said Charlie's Angels actress Lucille Ewan in Us Weekly interview from 1999. It was sheer bliss. I felt everything. And then he floated away. Number 40. They're always prepared for demons. If you think Evan Rachel Wood, star of HBO's Westworld, is going to show up not ready to cast away demons, you'd be sorely mistaken. As she said in an interview, she never goes anywhere without some sage and tiger's eye jam that supposedly wards off witchcraft, because it's the best way to clean demons out of places. Number 41. They wear a mink coats made of polar bear. While visiting New York in July before his big fight with Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor arrived for a press conference wearing a white fur coat that he claimed was made of polar bear fur. I'm a cold expletive, he elaborated, and explained that he doesn't care how boiling hot New York is in the middle of July. Number 42. When they buy a toy car for their kids, it's covered in diamonds. When rapper The Game invests in a remote-control Bentley GT for his son, he wants something special. Like, say, a car with the entire exterior covered in diamonds. As he explained on his Instagram, the toy is decorated with almost $100,000 in diamonds. $98,376, if we getting technical. That's a lot of diamonds. Number 43. They only write while blindfolded. Did you type your last email without looking at it with your eyes? That might explain why you're not as famous as best-selling author Jonathan Franzen, who wrote The Corrections, among other novels. As revealed in a profile in The Guardian, when he writes, he wears earplugs and a blindfold, so he never gets distracted. Number 44. When they were younger, they believed they could live on sunlight alone. We've all done crazy things during college. We stayed up too late, drank too much, slept with the wrong people, and briefly thought we could live just on sunlight. Does that last one not sound familiar? Then you weren't hanging out with Michelle Pfeiffer, who spent her youth in a cult that believed that people in their highest state were breatharian, she said. Meaning, they didn't need food or water to survive, just air and the healing rays. Number 45. They really like flowers. In a court case against his former manager, music superstar Elton John revealed that he spent £293,000, that's $395,400 on flowers in just 2 years. I like flowers, he said. I don't have any people to leave my money to. I'm a single man, I like to spend money. It's my money to spend. Makes sense, but it's still a lot of flowers. Like a lot of flowers. If you visited John's house, there's a pretty good chance you could open a door to a room that's filled with nothing but petals. Number 46. They have met and were spared by Bigfoot. While Rob Lowe was promoting his new show, The Lowe Files, in which he and his son investigate unsolved mysteries. The former Parks and Rec star told of his incredible encounter with a huge hairy cryptid sometimes called Bigfoot. "I was lying on the ground thinking I was going to be killed," Lowe recalled. Why he wasn't actually smashed into a fine paste by a gigantic foot, while Leonard Nimoy narrated in the background, we may never know. But Lowe is at least aware that I sound like a crazy Hollywood cook right now. Number 47. They don't always spend $55 million on a jet, but they want you to think they do. Rapper Soulja Boy, real name DeAndre Cortez Way, dropped some serious hints in 2011 via his assistant, his management team, and himself that he bought a Gulfstream G5 jet as a 21st birthday present to himself, at a low cost of just $55 million. On a radio show, when asked about the rumors, Soulja would only say that he was G5 status, which sure sounds like he was confirming it. But as it turns out, he may have been. What's the word? Not being totally honest. Soulja's publicist issued a statement admitting that the elaborate rumors are not true. Hopefully somebody told Soulja. Number 48. They're scared of alien abductions. Grammy-winning country star Kacey Musgraves fully admits that she has a very irrational fear of spiders. But what else scares her? Alien abductions. Number 49. They know they're a god, and they wish you'd accept this too. Kanye West didn't title an album Yeezus because he was being funny. And the song I Am a God was meant quite literally. As he explained in an interview, I made that song because I am a god. I don't think there's much more explanation. I'm not going to sit here and defend it. This is rock and roll, man. This is rap music. I am a god. Now what? Number 50. They're obsessed with typewriters. Tom Hanks doesn't just enjoy vintage typewriters, he's an ardent collector. He has 250 typewriters, in almost every make, style and year, and he makes sure to type on one of them at least once a day. He loves typewriters, so much that he wrote an op-ed for the New York Times about all the cool sounds that typewriters make, and he once gave a typewriter to a fan, which is 1,000 times cooler than a signed photo. Thanks for watching, and for more crazy celebrity stories, don't forget to like and subscribe.